All right, gentlemen, thank you for joining us to talk a little bit about AI and its impact on networks. So I want to start with you, Airin, if that's all right, and give us a bit of an overview about how AI will actually impact networks and how it's already doing so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think one of the things that we are starting to see is a shift in traffic patterns, going from more downlink heavy to more uplink balanced. In fact, that is not something that will happen. We see it already. We actually looked at around 50 different CSPs. 80% of those today actually have a higher uplink growth compared to downlink growth. So that's one shift that we see. And I think one of the things that AI will compound is that acceleration of uplink. In fact, if you look at some of these smart uplink devices, like smart glasses, for instance, I mean, they have sessions that are persistently on. They're capturing information around them, shipping it upstream, even though it's not user triggered. So I think that's one other facet that we'll see is this persistent sessions. And then, of course, the drive towards more uplink consumption, because that has to be the factor that decides the latency and the information that comes back, of course, to the user.
So when we look at these AI applications and obviously all the other traffic that goes into the network, Sameh, how is AI then going to address its own use of the network in a way?
Yes, I mean, we're seeing AI traffic has also different behavior, like the east-west traffic, the requirement for low latency. So I think testing and understanding how you actually manage and optimize the performance of traffic will actually require AI tools to actually look at that. So AI becomes the control layer that is managing how to optimize and get the performance of this kind of traffic that AI is using. And we are seeing this, you said, increase in the amount of AI traffic. The prediction is that 2030, probably 40% of the whole traffic will be AI traffic. So that requires its own kind of behavior management and understanding how you're going to test it, how you're going to operationalize it, how you're going to actually measure its performance.
And Leonard, I want to take pick your brain here on automation, because obviously it's a huge topic, as it always is here in Barcelona. So how can AI play a role in accelerating its adoption?
The adoption of automation, or
automation, and also avoiding operational risk, right? I mean, it's a big question, but what's the a summary, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, the summary is that AI itself is kind of risky, because I think it's pretty well known as a probabilistic technology set that's getting introduced into deterministic platforms and infrastructure. But I think one of the ways that you mitigate the risk is to leverage AI tools in a proper way to support the configuration, maybe even the development of other AIs that can be used in supporting advanced automation paradigms. And I think that's probably a good way of balancing the automation and the progression of automation within the network with the leveraging of AI in a proper way, which means applying it in a fit-for-purpose kind of way. And I think that's the discovery that the industry is doing right now. It's figuring out how do we leverage AI, generative AI, all these different varieties in a way that is fit for purpose and safe.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's great. So listen, it wouldn't be an AI panel and interview if I didn't ask you for some parting thoughts on what it means in 3 to 5 years' time. So let's put yourselves in the shoes of our young network engineers and folks who are very much in the throes of building these networks. How is AI going to enable their work? Is it, what will it look like in 3 to 5 years? Sameh, maybe we can start with you.
Yeah, I mean, in 3 or 5 years, I think AI has become more of I call it an amplifier, right? This is something that's going to make you do a lot of the tasks that used to take a lot of more time, more manual aspects of it, to be much faster, much more productive, much more also integrated with the full automation system. So you become more of looking at the bigger picture much better than just focusing on the details there.
Great. Airin, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I fully agree, of course, the fact that AI will make things a lot more autonomous, but I think network engineers will have to be what I would probably call AI buddies, making sure these AI systems kind of stay on track in a way. There isn't things like biases and things of that nature. So I think the function will transform towards being more a buddy, but also looking strategically forward. What is it that AI can do next for me, for instance? I think those are some of the things that will happen, of course. from a network engineer's perspective, looking out a few years.
Great. And Leonard?
Yeah, I think AI is going to enable engineers to deal with increasing complexity. I mean, that's something that we talked about actually a few years ago, right? That AI's role would be to help networks scale for new complex features and functions, as well as data sets to be handled at scale. And those are the things that are going to enable the network as well as telcos to evolve their business, but also their infrastructure to enable like end market innovations, right, with AI as well as with connectivity.
Great. Well, I think we've just scratched the surface here, but I really appreciate all of your times. I know this is a crazy busy week, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to be here.